Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Fikri Farhan B. Yunus from group AS1201B, and my matrix number is 2022540755. Today I would like to explain about salt as a video presentation or CHM 131 General Chemistry. Alright, before I explain more deep about the salt, we must know the learning objective first. After I completing explain about this chapter, you guys should be able to define the salt, explain the terms soluble and insoluble salt, identify an appropriate method of salt preparation based on the solubility of the salt, such as preparation of soluble salt and preparation of insoluble salts. And number 4, uses of salts in daily life. And last but not least, physical properties of crystal. Now I want to explain about the formation of salt. Salt is a compound product when the hydrogen ion from an acidic is replaced by a metal ion or an ammonium ion. Salt consists of cation originating from bases that combine with the anion originating from acid. Here I provided a few examples between an acidic and a base produced salt. Now we can see 2-hydrochloric acid as an acid reaction with zinc oxide to produce zinc chloride, salt, and water. And another example is reaction between nitric acid and sodium hydroxide to produce sodium nitrate, salt, and water. Now, next we going to table of soluble and insoluble salt. Some salts are soluble in water like sodium chloride and potassium nitrate, and some salts are insoluble in water too, like lead to sulfate and silver chloride. Alright, this is a table of solubility of salts in water. This table will be useful to you when preparing salt. For nitrate salt, all the nitrate salts are soluble in water, and it means non-insoluble salt. And then for the chloride salt, all chloride salt are soluble in water, except silver chloride and lead to chloride. And lead to chloride is soluble in hot water too. Next salt is sulfate salt. Or sulfate salts are soluble in water, except lead to sulfate, calcium sulfate, and barium sulfate. And the calcium sulfate dissolve very little in water. Last but not least, carbonate salt. All carbonate salts are insoluble in water, except potassium carbonate, sodium carbonate, and ammonium carbonate. Okay. Now I want to explain about methods of preparation soluble salts and preparation of insoluble salt. For preparation of soluble salt, I use sodium salt from group 1 metal salts as an example. Soluble salts of sodium can be prepared through the neutralization reaction between an acidic solution and an alkaline solution. Soluble sodium salts are prepared using the titration methods between an acidic solution and an alkaline solution. To prepare sodium nitrate salt through the reaction between nitric acid and sodium hydroxide solution by neutralization. Alright, for the method, step 1, using a pipette 25 cm of 1 mole sodium hydroxide solution is measured into a conical flakes. Step 2, several drops of phenolphthalein indicator is added into the sodium hydroxide solution. And step 3, 1 mole nitric acid is put into the burette, and the initial reading of the burette is recorded. Step 4, added slowly into the sodium hydroxide solution while shaking the conical flakes until the pink solution turns colorless. Last steps, the final reading of the burette is recorded, and volume of nitric acid added to the sodium hydroxide solution is recorded. And step 3 to 6 repeats this to obtain the average volume of acid used, and the activity is repeated without the use of phenolphthalein indicator using the average volume of acid obtained. Alright, this is preparation of insoluble salt. For preparation of insoluble salt, I use lead to iodide salt as an example to double decomposition reaction. For the method, step 1, 50 cm of potassium iodide solution is added to 50 cm of lead to nitrate solution in a beaker, and the mixture is strained. Steps 2, salt crystal are formed as a yellow precipitate. Step 3, the salt crystal are formed, filtered and rinsed with a little distilled water. Last step, the salt crystal are dried using a filter paper. Alright, we know the salt is one of the important chemicals in our daily life. So this is example of uses of salt in daily life. Salt have many uses in daily life. For the first 5 is industrial. Application for industrial is silver bromide. It's used to make film and photography paper. Second 5 is medical. For medical, is calcium sulfate is used as a bolster to support broken bones, and potassium manganate is used as antiseptic on wounds. And application number 3 for medical is barium sulfate is taken by patient going for X-ray. File number 3 is food. Application for food is sodium bicarbonate. Bicarbonate is used to do for bread and cake. And my last content is physical properties of crystal. For physical properties of crystal, we can see we have 4 common physical properties. All crystal have common physical properties. Number 1, flat surface, sharp corners and strike side. Number 2, geometrical shapes such as cuboid, rhombic. And number 3, fixed angles between two surfaces next to each other. And last but not least, the crystal of different comets have different geometrical shape. The crystal of crystal are similar even if the size. The different particle arrangement in a crystal produce a different crystal geometrical shape. So that's all my description of the salt chapter, and I hope you guys can understand more deeply about salt after watching my video. Thank you.